A very good afternoon to everyone. I am Tripti Singh Rajput and I am a PhD student in IIT Bombay in India. The contribution which I'll be presenting today, it is the part of a project which was done in collaboration with Glazing Society of India. And we have received our Subramanian Fellowship Award from Glazing Society of India. And this is actually the ongoing work. And so to introduce Glazing Society of India, it is basically a non-profitable organization which is basically like focusing on different types of glazing and glasses which are generally installed in building facades in India. So I'm the second author of this contribution, and the first author, she is a master's student and she's not here. She couldn't travel. So I'll be presenting this contribution, which is on the topic, the development of a CIMIC opt framework for optimizing glazing parameters, enhancing residential buildings, thermal comfort and energy performance. Okay, so starting with the introduction, so the buildings and other, or the building sector, it is contributing around 42% towards global carbon emissions. And if we'll see this graph, we'll find that the building operation, it is one of the significant sectors. Oh, sorry, it is not changed. It's not changing, I think.
You can press this one.
This
It should work.
or this one?
You can press this one. Right?
Okay. Okay. So the building operation, it is okay. The building operation, it is one of the significant area which is contributing towards global carbon emissions. However, if we want to improve our, if we want to reduce carbon emissions and want to improve or make building energy efficient, I mean to work it efficiently, building like in terms of energy, or we are trying to make our buildings more sustainable. In that way, we should be able to understand what is the energy usage pattern within building different building typologies. Now, India, it is a developing nation, and in India, the rate of increase of buildings per year, it is 2.7% per year. And if we'll analyze this data, we'll find that in commercial buildings, around the lighting and air conditioner are the major contributors towards building energy consumption. In contrast to that, in residential buildings, lighting, fans, and refrigerators are the main contributors for increasing energy consumption within buildings. However, the building envelope characteristics, they play a major role to manage energy within buildings. Why I'm saying this? Because building envelope, it is a barrier between the outdoor and the indoor environment. So these characteristics will definitely improve or reduce energy consumption. Okay, so popularly, nowadays, the building envelopes are now installed with glazing and glasses. And this is because nowadays it has become very popular because of there are few inherent properties of glass and glazing. For example, it looks, the appearance of the glass, it is making it more popular within the building facade. Similarly, it allows natural light to pass through. And also these are having inherent properties such as recyclability and versatility, which is making glass popular to be installed in building envelopes. However, a country like India, which is located in tropical regions, there is prolonged sunlight exposure. So what happens is that the heat will be trapped inside buildings, and it will increase temperature. So the people or the occupants of the building, they will have this tendency to use more mechanical devices such as air conditioner, exhaust fans, or dehumidifiers, etc. So that is going to increase energy. So therefore, it's a huge challenge to make or to strike a balance between building energy efficiency and thermal comfort within buildings. In India nowadays, this work from culture is becoming very popular, and therefore the energy usage is also increasing in buildings. And in India, it was seen that the window-to-wall ratio for residential buildings, it is quite higher when compared to other building typologies. Therefore, yes, and in addition to that, in upcoming years, the energy consumption will be increasing, and also the number of air conditioners in households will be increasing. So therefore, it is a high time now where we have to understand the trending of relationship between building energy efficiency and thermal comfort, specifically for tropical countries like India, where, yes, in residential kind of buildings. So we are trying to understand and analyze the trending of relationship between building energy efficiency and thermal comfort for residential buildings in tropical climate regions. So if we'll closely analyze the literature which is available in this domain, we'll find that most of these studies have concluded that the optimum combination of the passive design solutions and glazing options, they are capable of reducing building energy consumption. However, there is no such strong study which have talked about building energy efficiency along with the thermal comfort by considering a different glazing configuration in residential building, specifically for Indian geographical regions. Therefore, this particular study, it is aiming at determining the optimal glazing configurations or options for enhanced residential building energy performance and thermal comfort in different Indian climate zones. And the main focus of this study was energy efficiency and improving thermal comfort. So in simple terms, if we want to define thermal comfort, it is basically the thermal sensation of a human body, how it is perceived through its external environment. So that is how the thermal comfort can be defined. So we have, to achieve this objective, we have defined a framework which is termed as SIMECOPT framework, which means it is a simulation-based optimization framework for maximizing or enhancing energy efficiency and comfort within buildings. So it starts with the floor plan. So we will be having floor plans and other building envelope characteristics, and these will be used for modeling it in building energy simulation software. So for this case, we have used energy simulation software called as Design Builder. And then we have also used 5 different climate zones of India. So India has 5 different climate zones, and each zone, for each zone we have considered one representative city. And so for these cities, the building and energy simulations were conducted, and the outputs of these energy simulations were compared with the actual collected data for the entire year. And it was validated, and after validating our building energy model, we have implemented a multi-objective optimization algorithm, which aims at maximizing thermal comfort by minimizing discomfort hours. So discomfort hour, here we have used it as a metric for evaluating thermal comfort and minimizing energy consumption by improving, that will improve the energy efficiency in buildings. So this is, so this framework can be implemented, and this was implemented for a case study building which is located inside our campus, that is ITB campus. And so it is a 16-floor residential building, and it is located in Mumbai, so it is falling under warm and humid climate zones. And we have collected data, specifically the building envelope characteristics, and these data were used for the modeling purpose. For the modeling purpose of this case study building in a building simulation software called as Design Builder, as I mentioned. And this is how the floor plan of the building looks like. So in each of these floors, there are 4 residential units, and each unit will have 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 1 living room, and 1 kitchen. And this is how, and the 3 bedrooms, these were assumed to be operating at mixed mode ventilation conditions. And the 3 bathrooms where the exhaust fans are installed, these are assumed to be working under mechanically ventilated operating conditions. Now these simulations were run, and we have obtained the value for the electricity consumption, and it was compared with the actual electricity consumption which we have got from the government body inside ITB campus. So it was found that the percentage error difference was around 6.2%, which is within the limit because it is lesser than 10%, and yes, it is highly acceptable for any simulation outcome. And then this validated model, to this validated model, we have implemented multi-objective optimization, and we have considered 2 decision variables for it. First is the window to wall ratio. So that is 13 in number. So that is continuous in nature. That means it is ranging from 20% to 80% with an increment of 5%. The other decision variables in this optimization is glazing type. So this is discrete kind of system. So we are having these 20 glazing types, and these will be having different SHGC, that is solar heat gain coefficient, and that is thermal transmittance value. So these are the 2 factors on which these glazing options will be differing. So in total, by considering 5 different climate zones and these decision variables, we have 1300 scenarios, and we have implemented NSGA2, that is non-dominated sorted genetic algorithm, and we have obtained Pareto front for each of these locations. So these are the locations and different climate zones. And these are the glazing options which we have considered. It is a combination of double as well as single glazing. And we can see that these are having like different values for solar heat gain coefficient and thermal transmittance. And these are the results which we have obtained after implementing our proposed framework, that is SIMECOPT framework. So here this is showing the Pareto graph for the Aurangabad. Aurangabad, it is located in hot and dry climate region. And the red ones are the Pareto optimal solutions, which we are recommending for in terms of glazing options and window to wall ratio for a striking balance between energy efficiency and thermal comfort. Similarly, we have Pareto graph for other locations as well. And this is our recommended decision metrics. So on the top, we are having different values for window to wall ratio, ranging from 20% to 80%. And on the left, we can see there are different glazing options. And the optimal solutions are given by that brownish boxes. And so what we can conclude from here is that for the hotter regions like Aurangabad and Bhubaneswar, the solar heat gain the glazing options with solar heat gain coefficient, that should be towards the lower side, and U value should be towards that can be moderate. On the other hand, for the locations such as Srinagar, which is located in the colder regions, there the solar heat gain coefficient values should be higher for glazing options, and yes, and the U value, that is thermal transmittance, can be kept as lower, towards lower ends. So yes, this can be explained in other way, that is the heat gain of the building can be, it is divided into two components, we could say. The first is the conductive heat transfer. So basically, U value is the conductive property, and SHGC, that is solar heat gain coefficient, is a radiative property. So what we are concluding is that for the tropical climate in India, where there is a, yeah, just 1 minute, there is very less difference between the outdoor and the indoor environment within the buildings. The conductive heat transfer plays a minor role. Therefore, we can recommend glazing options with lower solar heat gain coefficient, and the U value, it is playing as it is playing not a major role, so U value can be put as in a moderate range. So these are the conclusions which can be drawn from the study. And there are a few limitations. So we have not included the cost, government policies, and local building bylaws, so which can be considered in our future studies. So these are reference. This is our team. So I am the second author, and yes, this was just the part of the project which we are doing. But my PhD topic, it is a bit deviated from the from the presentation which I presented right now. It is on the topic, the development of simulation-based framework for improving building energy efficiency and indoor environmental quality. Thank you.